Today is the day. Let's work through the 4 simple steps to keep you on the track with the guitar for good. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome, friends, to episode 165 of the Play Guitar Podcast. I'm Lee, and this is the podcast that's determined to make you a better guitar player. No matter if you're just starting out, you've been playing for years, this is the show that will help you become the guitarist that you always wanted to be. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the podcast and check out the description for all of the links from the show. Why? I love how a why question always creates a chain, a why chain. One why question leads to another why question. Anyone who's been the parent of a 5-year-old knows this really, really, really well. Why am I here? Why is the sky blue? Why does the car smell funny? I don't know. Why is the chain natural? The why chain, why is that natural to us? It's because it's how we get to the bottom of things. It's how we figure things out from day one. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to get to the bottom of some things today. Right here. This frustration and confusion about the guitar and having it take over your life, it's got to stop. This is supposed to be fun. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take the power of the 5-year-old why chain and we're going to use it to pinpoint the reasons we're struggling. And then we're going to do something even different. We're going to fix them after that. So let's start with me. I'll be the crash test dummy. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Is it because I like to podcast? Is it because I like talking to people, hanging out, meeting people? Well, I like both of those things a lot, but that is not the reason why I'm here. I am here to, say it with me, to help you become the guitarist that you've always wanted to be. Why? Well, that's because I found there are a lot of you who struggle with getting better at the guitar. It's a big thing. That's why I'm here. This is how I can help a lot of people. But why is that, right? Why are there so many people who are struggling with the guitar? Well, playing guitar is difficult. It's fun and it's difficult, right? Why? Why is playing the guitar difficult? Here's why. Because the way to learn guitar is not obvious. The guitar was not designed by Apple. It wasn't designed with user friendliness in mind. Not just anyone can pick up a guitar and make it sound great, or even make it sound good. Learning guitar is a narrow path. There are certain things that you have to get, skills that you have to master before you can soar with the eagles and strum your guitar, right? So why is that? Why? Why are players not starting with the things that they need when they start playing guitar? Here's why that is. Because the way people learn guitar today is something called the a la carte method. And learning something difficult by picking what looks the best for you, and you are someone who, let's be honest, if you're learning the guitar, you're not a master of the guitar yet. It creates what we call in the trade a problem. It's a big problem. Modern guitar learning, which should be better than it was in the past, it's not addressing the things that you need to actually progress at the guitar. Here's how it usually goes. You're on your phone, you pick something that you want to learn. You say, ooh, this is easy. I can do this. But eventually, it doesn't feel like you even learned anything at all. You don't feel like a guitarist yet. You don't feel like you're going through the door. You achieve something for the moment, But not long afterwards, you feel like you're still lost. You see where I'm going with this. The a la carte method plays to something. It plays to your emotions. It lets emotions drive. It's centered around the appeal of learning guitar, not the actual succeeding. It doesn't care that you succeed. It's not about you succeeding. And to be honest, it's about getting views, and it's about view time. That's what it's really about. Learning something this way, it creates a big problem. And this problem ultimately creates the things that we're seeing all the time: the frustrated guitar player and the career beginner. 1, you're stuck. 2, you're unsure of how to move forward. 3, you feel like you should be better by now. And 4, you're discouraged because you're putting in a ton of effort, and these things that you're putting time into, they're not moving you forward at all. Does any of that sound familiar? It doesn't take much, though, to start moving forward. The thing is, it's a narrow path. Getting better at the guitar, it's really simple. It's just not obvious. If you've listened to the podcast, I weave this theme through all of the episodes. We need a system to get this going. And it's in 4 steps. And here's what they are. You need a plan. You need a focus or a direction. You need these skills to have time. You need to assimilate them through time. And you need to have a series of small goals. That's it. Once you do those things, you're on the path. And we're going to do that today, at least start it today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a plan. You need a plan. Here's some really famous quotes about planning that I think help with guitar. Here's Abraham Lincoln. He said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Think about that. The next one's from Yogi Berra. "If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else." Eleanor Roosevelt said, "It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan." Emotions, right? And the last is, this is from Gandhi, right? Indira Gandhi. "Have a bias towards action." Let's see something happen now. You can break that big plan into small steps and take the first step right away. We're going to take these themes, these ideas, and we're going to put them into action. And I'm going to do it today. All you need is a piece of paper or anything. Number 1, plan. The first part of your plan is going to be, I'm going to shore up my deficiencies in guitar. It's the first step of any successful plan. Fill in the cracks. Make an effort to seek out the fundamentals that you're missing. Write down what you know that you're lacking in your playing. And then you could ask someone else who's heard you play, who you respect the way that they think, and say, "Hey, what would you think I could work on next? What would be the next thing we could work on?" This is where we start. This is how we get moving forward, right here. You start with the fundamentals that you're lacking, and you work these till they're gone. Why? We're back to why, right? Because you'll just be spinning your wheels. And you've already been spinning your wheels. You continue to march forward without these basic things, you're stuck in the mud. For example, if your rhythm's not very good, work on your rhythm. It's necessary. It's important. You need rhythm in all aspects of music. Just an example. Okay? So the next thing you need to pick a focus or pick a direction today. Make a decision. In guitar, just to say I'm going to play guitar, it's a little too broad. Playing guitar is huge. There's many, many styles of guitar, many things you can learn, but you need to make a decision about what you want to do. At that point, people, they get a little frustrated. They start to say, but I like this and I like this and I like this. You're not going to be married to this, okay? You can always change your mind of the direction you want to go later. That's not the point. The point's not to lock you into something forever. The point is to put blinders on so that while you're trying to move forward, you're not looking at everything else while you're trying to focus. It's a focus thing. It's not a locking you into something. Then you're going to start to research. You're going to start to figure out what are the things that I need to be able to do to play this style. Okay. So that's our focus. That's our direction. The next is time. Time is the biggest thing. Everyone wants to be able to do something quickly, easily, and be good at it. The guitar doesn't work that way. You need time. You need time to let these things sink in. You don't want to just try and learn a ton, say, of scale patterns, tons of scale patterns, and then over time you forget them because you're not using them, right? So we need to have, well, first you need to have a schedule. Every schedule is different. Everyone has a different situation. What's good for me most likely is not going to work for you. My schedule's nuts. Okay. But the important thing is that you have some sort of regularity and some sort of repetition so that the time that you spend playing the guitar is not wasted. There's a lot of wasted time playing guitar. And that's so that what you learn will be committed to long-term memory. And when your skills on the guitar are committed to long-term memory, that's going to serve you for years and years to come instead of just being forgotten. This is the foundation we talk about. This is creating a firm foundation to walk on. The last step for today is to map out a series of small celebrations. We're going to celebrate this. The first goal that we're going to celebrate is when you fill in those gaps behind you. Getting your basic chords, your basic rhythms, your basic scales, and basic music theory down. Those are the things we're going to build on. You can't get past them. They're simple, simple, simple things that will do one or the other. They will either help you or they're going to hold you back if you don't know them. That's it. This is the way, right? This is it. But for some people, this kind of a plan and this kind of the steps that we're talking about today, it can be hard to wrap your head around. You have to work these steps over and over again to keep you in the right direction. And you have to, do some research about some things. But you may not know how to do that. You may not know how to find out what you need, what steps you need to do to achieve your goals. Well, this is my official tease, the official tease of the Academy, Play Guitar Academy. And what if you had someone that would do all of this for you, teach you, make it super easy for you to work these steps. And that's what I've put together for you. I'm starting to wrap up the roadmap for the membership site that I've been putting together. It's called Play Guitar Academy. We all just call it the Academy. And at this point in the beginning where it starts off, it's basically 9 full 12-week courses that take you from absolute beginner to advanced guitar. And everything is mapped out, the time that's needed, how much time to spend on each of the fundamentals. It's all built in for you. And I'm really proud of it. It's going great. And not only that, you also get a private, not a Facebook group, but a private community built in with the best guitar community on the internet, who's here in the chat right now. Okay. So this is just the tease for it. The launch is going to be coming over the next several weeks. I'm going to be buttoning things up. But life has been kind, and it's finally afforded me the opportunity to get this all together for you. So I'm going to be letting a few people in early. If you're interested in that, getting in early before the launch, you can either leave a message in the comments or in the show notes page. The comments will be down at the bottom. You can just let me know that you're interested, and I'll get right back to you about that. Okay, so there we go. We're going to stop being frustrated. We're going to get started today. We're going to work these 4 steps, and I'm excited about that. And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining me today for the Play Guitar Podcast. Make sure to hit the button below to subscribe to the show. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the notification bell so you can get all my content as soon as it comes out. For more episodes, lessons, and ways to get involved with the Play Guitar community, visit playguitarpodcast.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next episode. Not really, because we're live right now. Haven't been looking at the comments because I wanted to get through all of this today, but I'm going to go ahead right now, head on over to the comments, go back to the beginning and work our way through. Coke's here. Hey, Coke. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Chris is here too, working like a girl. Awesome, man. Coke always, he's in there first, man. That's good. So Kevin's here. Great to see you, Kevin. Jim. Let's see here. Kevin's, Chris. Let's see here. Okay. Evan's here. Great to see you, Evan. And Coke says, funny thing, I was logging into my phone on my TV, but I saw one watching, so I don't know if that was me or Chris. Right. All right. That's all right. Okay. Dean's here. David's here. Awesome. And let's see here. It says 6 strings, 5 fingers. If I only had another finger, that'd be creepy, man. No, you don't want that. The 5 is enough. We got plenty. Actually, you're only using 4 for playing guitar. Coke says, Coke says, I just wish my brain could think about controlling the 4 I have on the fretboard, but each individually. 4 is plenty. Django Reinhardt, what was he? He had a finger missing. I think he was using like 3 fingers, I think. Finally managed to catch it live. I don't know who this is because it's a Facebook user. Excellent podcast, bro. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Let me know who this is because I'm not seeing Facebook's not having it come through. So Dean says, as great as YouTube has lots of issues in learning. Yeah, man, it's like I said, it's backwards. It's the point, and there's a lot of good stuff on there, and it's in chunks, and there's a lot of really, really, really good chunks. And if you're advanced at something and want to branch out, it's great. But for the beginner, it's misleading to me. You know, it's not a system, and that's what you need. What was it? Luke Scott. Oh no, Kyle Lorenzo. You need a teacher, right? You do for some things, and people, and I went back and forth when I was first starting to play. I had a teacher sometimes, and I learned on my own sometimes, even way back then, right? Back and forth. And there was good things about both of them. I moved forward with both of those, but you don't want to get down a road that's going to get you stuck. And for a lot of beginners, they're relying on, this is going to make me better. I always get that question. How long is it going to take for me to get good? Right? They're trusting that you're getting, that the things that they're learning are going to make them better. And it's small pieces of a puzzle that don't have anything to do with each other a lot of times, unless you're smart and you pick one person and kind of see their plan. But unfortunately, YouTube doesn't do it that way. It comes scattered. Okay, so let's see here. Another Facebook user says, love your podcast, especially the motivating ones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Facebook user. Let's see here. Kevin says, even though I'm doing coaching, I still find myself sucked down the YouTube distractions. Yeah, well, I guess it's like a self-control thing, I do the same thing because I'm learning about this, the podcasting and the cameras and all those kind of things. Those are the things that I'm microphones, live streaming, all those things. And I find myself doing that too, just going down the rabbit hole, and having an intention to look something up that I need to know. And then before I know it, I'm somewhere completely different, so it happens, but it's I know enough to know when I'm veering off track, I guess. And Evan says, oh, and go like the video. Yes, please, everybody, give me a little like there. I appreciate it. There. Okay, so let's see here. What are we talking about? I can barely fret. Okay, we're talking about playing. Oh, we're back to the fingers thing. Let's see here. Maybe he's got the Hendrix thumb though. Yeah, some people use the Hendrix. I don't. It just never felt right for me. I've seen people who play that wrap the thumb around a lot, and I find when I get my thumb on the back of the neck and position things well, it makes the four fingers that are playing work pretty well. Pretty well, right? So let's see here. I don't even try to fret with my thumb. I've just got to be able to mute with it. Yep, that's right. Dave says my plan is to do what Lee tells me to do. Hey, man, I'm happy to help. Happy to help. Okay, let's see here. And David says persistence is the key to success. Yes, persistence, but in you can be persistent at something that's not going to help you move forward. There's a lot of people that have really, really good intentions, and they're really persistent at something that they're not ready for. And that's a big problem that we have. There was a lot of Star Wars today. Kevin caught it. Jedi Master Lead. Oh man, if only I was. Gee, that would be awesome. I live in Orlando now, right? And we go down to Disney Springs a good bit. And as we go by, on the right there is Hollywood Studios, and you can see the place where the Millennium Falcon is and the Batuu and everything like that. And they're not selling annual passes yet, so I'm holding off until they start selling annual passes again. I've got the money for it. I don't want to go and buy single tickets and then all of a sudden tomorrow they say, oh, we're selling them again. So we've been holding off. And it's like my daughter and I drive down the road and we're like, there's Star Wars. It's right there. I've been looking for Star Wars for, 40 years or whatever. There it is. It's right there. It was right there all along. How about that? So let's see here. Evan says, I'm a total believer in this program. He is, man. You know why? Because it's showing. It's working. Facebook user says, Lee, could I get a private lesson or chat? Need some advice. I'll go back after we're done. I'll go back onto Facebook and reply to you there. I'd be happy to. So Dean says, it's been great. Best decision I've made. Kevin says, best decision I made. I'm actually getting better. And Jim says, totally agree. The nice thing is I see you progressing from week to week to week. Okay, so let's see here. I'm there, Dean. I came further following everything. Awesome. That's great. I love hearing that. I really love hearing that. And Chris said he sent me, I'll take a look at the messages. I haven't been on Facebook a whole lot lately. I'm taking every minute I've got, I'm trying to get the academy together. So I've been taking a little bit of a breather from the Facebook group and those things. So if anyone's sent me anything on Facebook, I'm very sporadic right now, but as the next couple weeks go, I'll be back on it again. Let's see here. TBW Guitars says, hey there, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good during the pandemic and rocking and rolling. We are. We're at home rocking and rolling a little bit. And David says, I knew absolutely nothing when we first started, and now he knows something. Look how long we do. You're doing great, man. It's you're following the path and you're seeing results. And slow but sure. That's what we're looking to do. And Evan said, can you imagine trying to learn from scratch following YouTube? It's tough, man. But, some people take to it. There's some people that are wired for that. The thing is, it takes it takes a certain kind of person. The majority of people that I found in my experience with my in-person group lessons and coaching, the majority of people come in aren't that. There's a few people that are wired that way. David says, I tried to learn, but no mas, right? Let's see here. I'm going back. Florence says, I want to be your best student. Is it okay? Sure, man. I'd be happy to take. Well, the academy will be rolling out very soon, and these guys that are in here know that they basically in the coaching they're working my roadmap, and what I've done is I've filmed the entire roadmap, which has been an enormous undertaking, and it's all up there right now. Right now, what I'm doing. This weekend I went through background tracks. I'm adding background tracks to certain levels that didn't have them. Then this weekend I'm going to make sure the worksheets are all up to date. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, and it's going to be a work in progress. And what's great about this is nobody holds back. If there's something that's not right, please, let me know. I'll fix it when I get to that point. So it's huge. It's a big thing, but it's going to, over time, it's going to get refined. And actually with this membership site, I'm going to be adding new content every month. There'll be new content. So we're going to build a community and build a place where everybody feels comfortable, and there's always something new to work on as well with that. So yeah, Florin, you can just, you want to know more about it. You can just it's Lee at playguitarpodcast.com or Play Guitar Academy. All those emails, all those websites with the emails work. And let's see here. Okay, I'm scrolling here. Yeah, Coach says, I'll be honest, guys, if you know what to look for and have a specific goal, it's useful. I think so too. There's chunks of really good stuff in there, but it's not the people that are putting it up. There's very talented teachers and there's very talented guitar players on there. It's just the way it's set up, I've been looking into the videos that I've been looking into analytics and the videos that YouTube likes from me. And that's an interesting thing, that each person that comes in, YouTube kind of figures out something that they like for you to do. And the thing that YouTube has liked from me the most is the practice room setup. That's my best video by far, the ultimate practice room setup. And so, to do after this academy's going, I'm going to be putting an emphasis on YouTube and really moving forward. So what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to do some more videos about practice rooms. And it kind of works out because I'm in a new place and I've set up my new guitar room. So, and actually when you type in guitar room, I come up there with all the other guys, so. And so let's see. Florence says 64 years from Romania. Yeah. We're going to get that. We'll get that going there. We'll get that going. And TBW guitars, the Hendrick thumb I only use on frets 1 through 3. Yeah, like a rhythm guitar thing. Who was that? Richie Havens? Is that who it was at Woodstock? Had the big long fingernail on there and had really big long thumbs that could do that. He played most of the chords with his thumb. I'm not knocking it. It's just not. It's not for me. Let's see here. Kevin says 43 degrees in Wisconsin today. Almost got the kid pool out in the backyard. Very nice, man. It's like a deep summertime there. That's right. You got the window open. Very nice. So let's see. So here's Evan, but it works how it is. We're mostly proof of that. Most of us have been through some of the academy. Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna go ahead and put it out. I could refine it, but the core is the roadmap, and from 101 to 207, it's there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out. We'll refine it over time, but let's see here. A few more, and then I'm gonna go. Let's see here. David says we're headed for 85 this week. I'm getting pool ready. Yeah, there's some folks with the heated pools around here. Not for me though. And Kevin says I'm getting the springtime. That's right. That's right. Good stuff. Let's see here. So a few more. Evan says YouTube itself is not a method. Yeah, it'd be. I always thought that playlists, you guys ever go through YouTube playlists? I always thought YouTube playlists could be a good fix for that, you know. And if people went there, but unfortunately they don't. They'll kind of pick and choose. The playlists are there, and I'll bet a lot of times when I'd have a lot of playlists are grouped in certain. You might have something about chords, right? So everything about chords is in there, but that's not a good. You could have chords of all different types, you know, and chords of all different, advanced chords, beginner chords, and all those things. And if you were to go through a playlist of just all of your chord videos, some would work and some wouldn't. So you have to be really intentional with your playlist to maybe get past the a la carte kind of method that YouTube. I don't know. They don't really promote it, but it's just what happens. You know, it's just the fact that they reward views, you know, and then that's the way it goes. So Kevin says, first time I went to Florida, it was the low 70s, and my body and I were the only ones swimming in the ocean. Everyone sweatshirts or jackets on. Yeah. It does thing your blood. And it does. I've only been here a few months, and it does. You get anything under 70 degrees and it's different. You know, you're like, why am I putting a jacket on, man? It's 65 degrees. Anyway. All right. And Dean says, have a good night. Thanks, Dean. It was great. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Okay. So great to hang out with everybody. I'm going to be calling in a few minutes. If anyone has any questions, I'll put them in the chat just for the moment. I'm going to head over to Facebook and find out, who those folks were who put the comments in. That for StreamYard, you have to. There's a little notice at the top of the post that this video's in that tells you how to do that, but it's not, like I said, it's not it's not easily figured out right away. So, okay, everybody, have a great week. Let's see, I've got Friday coaching coming up tomorrow. Got some planning going on. So I think Friday will be the next time I see some of you. Have a great week. Hope it warms up. Hope everybody's staying safe. And it was fun hanging out with you guys today. And I will see you later on in the week. All right. Bye-bye.